Heavens are telling the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims his handiwork. Day-to-day force for speech, night to night declares knowledge. Welcome to What You Know. We're dealing with the fourth of the semi-finals in pursuit of the 2020 championship. The contestants, four very important individuals in the What You Know enterprise. Very quickly, I shall ask them to introduce themselves.
Amidu Husseini, Community 1, Tema.
Mr. Collins, a student of Kasta Senior High Technical School, under the tutelage of Mr. John Lakobota Jim, aka Nyarere.
Paul Afari Minta, Letter Safari, Bampo Senior High School, Dunka nothing.
Greetings to Mr. Francis Eswachahene and Enoch Odamson, all of Young Executive School Kasua. I'm Amwa Richmond, a native of Aguna Bodom, groomed by Patrick Kujambwa, Esquire.
Consummate introduction. Yes, now before individuals are known here, and in accordance with the regulations of this competition, only one of their number would gain the opportunity of entering the very final, reputable round, which is the grand finale. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put the permission of my participants round one. Question one. Amidu, for 3 points, tell me. Now, who or what is a Jeremiah? Who or what is a Jeremiah?
Jeremiah is a prophet.
No. We know, apart from being the prophet, you understand? Who or what, in linguistic terms, in English terms, who is a Jeremiah in English?
Somebody who knows a lot.
Oh, yes, the Collins.
Somebody who can see into the future.
No. Paul.
Is it a wine bottle?
No. Richmond.
A crying man.
No, a pessimist, Jeremiah is a pessimist. Somebody who does not believe, in things. He is not a believer. It is the biblical reference, to the lamentations of Jeremiah, the son of Serachiah, one of the priests of Anathoth, the town in the land of Benjamin. Now, for 3 points, now listen. The United States Armed Forces are the military forces of the United States of America. And I confer of the Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, Space Force, and the Coast Guard. The President of the United States is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and forms military policy with the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security, both federal executive departments acting as the principal organs by which military policy is carried out. Now, can you name the first black officer to hold the highest military post in the United States of America?
Barack Obama.
Who's talking? Amidu. Yes, Amidu.
The question again.
The person, the first black officer to hold the highest military post in America.
Barack Obama. He was the commander.
You believe in what he said? You believe? Yes, Colin.
Abraham Lincoln.
Why did you change it? I thought it was Barack Obama. Yes, Paul.
Jackson.
Jackson? No. Richmond. Amor.
Kennedy.
Who? Arthur Kennedy. Colin Powell. Colin Powell. You remember? Those personality, huge personality called Colin Powell. Colin Powell. Now, for 3 points, Amidu again. Now, Myanmar, which was formerly known as Burma, is a Southeast Asian nation of more than 100 ethnic groups. Now, Yangon, formerly Rangoon, the country's largest city, it is home to bustling markets, numerous parks, and lakes. Now, and indeed the towering, gilded Shwedagon pagoda, which contains Buddhist relics and dates to the 6th century. In which year did Burma change its name to Myanmar? You understand? It was from Myanmar. It is now in political shackles. You know, the country is in turmoil politically. So it is our prayer.
1960.
No, come again. It's our prayer that the
1964.
No, sir, man. Colin.
1990.
No, Paul.
1995.
Your turn. This one.
65.
1989. 1989. Now, for Freeport, there are 5 key states bordering Myanmar. Huh? So you turn your mind, you know, in a geographic direction and answer this question for Freeport. There are 5 key states, you understand, which share borders with Myanmar. They're 5. So since you're 4, I think that you are at liberty to mention one each for Freeport. Yes, we'll start. I mean, mention one for Freeport. Any country you think would share, would share borders.
Burma.
Sorry? No, Burma was a former, sorry?
Colombia.
No, Colombia. Oh, you rebelled out. You lost the opportunity. Collins?
Jordan
is not to this
Pakistan.
environment. No, I think that he has 2 chances. Yes. He has 2 chances. Yes, Paul?
Vietnam.
Oh, Paul, you go to Vietnam for
Cambodia.
Oh, both of them are incorrect. Redwood.
Congo.
Congo too is far away.
Ethiopia.
Yes, sorry?
Ethiopia.
Oh, Ethiopia for a country, you know, in Asia. You understand? So we have India, we have Bangladesh, we have China, we have Laos, and we have Thailand. Now, Benito Amilcar and Andrea Mussolini, he was an Italian politician and journalist who founded and led the National Fascist Party. He was Prime Minister of Italy. He was born on 29th July 1883. When did Mussolini die? When did Mussolini die?
1943.
Come again.
1944.
Oh la la. Collins.
1945.
Oh, +1. That's correct. 1945. Now, this abbreviation, by what abbreviation is polyvinyl chloride?
PVC.
Oh la la, that's correct. La Paz is a town in Accra, in the Accra Metropolitan District, the district of the Greater Accra region, and you are no doubt aware. There is a medical facility in Accra known as La Paz Community Hospital. You understand? Now, of which country is La Paz
Bolivia.
administrative capital?
Bolivia.
Bolivia, yes. You name the first woman to be elected to govern an Islamic nation, and for a clue, it occurred in 1988. The first woman to be elected to govern a Muslim nation in 1988. Who was this woman? First woman appointed to the highest political office in an Islamic state in 1988. And so I will not mention the state, you understand, because that forms part of the burden. Yes, Aminu.
Pass.
Pass, your turn. Call it.
Aung San Suu Kyi.
Oh, Aung San Suu Kyi. No, but he wasn't. Paul.
Bandara Nike.
No. This one. Richmond, you started this one. Benazir Bhutto, Pakistan. Benazir Bhutto. Now, there have been 61 monarchs of England and Britain, spread over a period of approximately 1,200 years. Now, Egbert was the first monarch to establish a stable and extensive rule over all of Anglo-Saxon England. Now, after returning from exile at the court of Charlemagne in 802, he regained his kingdom of Wessex. Now, who was the last British king to appear in battle? You understand? So there were a number of kings of Britain who featured in battle.
King Henry VII.
Sorry?
Henry VII.
No. The British king who was the last. After him, nobody appeared.
King Edward.
Who is talking? Amelie.
King Edward.
No, I disagree. Yes, Collins.
King George.
Sorry?
King George.
Paul.
King George I.
So because I think Paul has mutilated your chance, you understand? Because the King George here needed to be qualified. It could be King George Simpliciter, it could be King George the First, the Second, the Third, the Seventh, whatsoever. In as much as Paul mentioned the first and you mentioned nothing in qualification, I think that I would deny all of you the shines of landing in glory. King George the Second. King George the Second. You understand? You see where the question is coming from. I think that's a fair attitude. That is a fair approach, a fair attitude. King George the Second landed in the middle of both of you. Now listen. Now, which country lies between Estonia and Lithuania? Is it Richmond? In geography, which country lies between Estonia and Lithuania? Yes, Midu.
No idea.
Yes, Colin.
Liechtenstein.
It's Latvia.
Latvia! Oh. Latvia! Now, for 3 points, listen. Now, what name is given to a self-propelled underwater missile?
Torpedo.
It's a torpedo. It's a torpedo. Now, listen here. You see, where is the ciliary body located in the human body? Where will you find the ciliary body? The ciliary body is spelled C-I-L-I-A-R-Y. Ciliary. Where in the body of a human being would you find the ciliary body? Redmond.
The waist. Around the waist.
Oh, you want it in your waist. What do you want to do with it? What do you want to do with your waist? Yes, Aminu.
The stomach.
So that you can eat. Somebody wants waist, you want stomach. Collins.
Nose.
So that you can do what? Sniff or smell something. Paul.
Intestine.
Yeah?
The intestine.
No, it is in the eye. Huh? The eyelid. The eyelid. You will find it in the eyelid. Now, the ciliary body is a circular structure that is an extension of the iris, the correct part of the eye. Now, it produces the fluid in the eye called aqueous humor. So, it is in the eye. Now, of the eyelid. Now, listen. For 3 points. Now, the solar system is the gravitationally bound system of the sun and the objects that orbit it, either directly or indirectly. Now, of the objects that orbit the sun directly, the largest are the 8 planets, with the remainder being smaller objects, the dwarf planets and the small solar system bodies. Now, name the innermost planets of the solar system. You understand? Of the solar system. What is the innermost of all of them?
The S.
It is not yet. You have a second chance.
Neptune.
Neptune. Oh, Amidu.
Jupiter.
No. Orange.
Uranus.
Paul.
To the sun.
Mercury. Mercury. Now, in music, what is meant by the expression legato? Legato, spelled L-E-G-A-T-O. In music, you understand? In any musical performance, what is legato? Richmond.
Sir, is when the key of the music go high and come down.
I don't think so. Are you acquainted with
Yes, sir.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I
sir.
think that you have lost track of
Wow.
area of music. You understand? Going up and coming down is not legato. Yes, Amidu.
When the music terminates.
When it stops,
When it stops.
there's a legato on that. Coins.
A pause in music.
A force.
Pause.
A pause. No. Paul.
When it's now the same pitch. Pitch level.
Honestly, you understand, your approach is close to the answer, or the same, but here it is smooth. You understand? Smooth. Smoothly is legato. Now this one, listen again. Listen. Now this one, you're happy nobody gets it right, so it comes back to Now listen. Now, what type of creature is a blind snake?
Mama.
No. I don't want classifications. Direct creature. What type of creature?
It's a snake.
The snake itself. The snake itself. Yes, Amidu.
Worm.
The worm. That's an effort. Colin.
Tapeworm.
Tapeworm. Where in the stomach? Where? Paul, what do you think?
A bird.
It will be a lizard. A lizard is a blind snake. A blind snake. Now let's do this one for the final question here. Now, of which island in the Mediterranean Sea is Cagliari the capital? Cagliari. Cagliari. Of which island is Cagliari capital? Is it Richmond?
Yeah, Sir,
Oh, you don't need it.
I need it.
It's not easy, I understand you. Yes, Amidu.
No idea.
Amidu, I understand you. Colin.
Borneo.
Borneo. Paul.
Italy.
It's Sardinia. Sardinia. Yes, you understand? So you must be acquainted with all the capitals in the world. You understand? If you know the capitals in the world, then this one would come, as a piece of cake. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the first one of the competition.
Clean. Where do you go to toilet? In the bush, in the polythene, or in the gutter? If so, stop this practice now, because it is unhygienic and shameful. Open defecation pollutes the environment. Flies that perch on exposed feces and later settle on uncovered food contaminate the food with germs. When we eat the food, we get diseases such as cholera, diarrhea, typhoid, and worm infestation. The feces can also wash into the water, which we later drink. Stop open defecation now. Let us encourage the construction and use of household toilets such as KVIP and water closets. Keep your household toilets neat by regularly cleaning them with disinfectants. Happy hygienic pooping.
Live Event Production is recruiting young people. Pick up a form tomorrow at the Ghana Trade Fair Center and become the new celebrity.
Mom, I'm going to the trade fair to pick take the form I told you about.
Oh, okay. Take care. And call me when you get back.
I will.
Are you sure you have to pick up the phone?
Yes, please. I'm here to take my
Criminals sometimes take advantage of social announcements to harm people. Don't leave home without confirming the exact location of the job interview or the event you intend to attend from a reliable source. Avoid accepting free ride from strangers to your destination. Let's be vigilant and fight against kidnapping.
This message was brought to you by the Public Affairs Directorate of the Ghana Police Service.
At the end of the first round of the competition, Amidu Fusaini Community 1 Tema has no point. Richmond Amwa Agona Bodom Central Region also has no point. Collins Mensa Kuda, student, Kita Senior High School, has 4 points. And in the lead as of now is Paul Afariminta Tutor, 1 point, and Senior High School, Dunkwa Ono Fame with 7 points.
Yes, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are now tackling the second portion of this exercise, the fourth semi-final in the 2020 competition. Ladies and gentlemen, round 2, question 1. Let's deal with these questions. Listen, very quickly. Now a new minimum wage has been announced. What is it? Who is that? Richmond. The precise, we need money. Don't you understand? So when the minimum wage is declared, we all have to be concerned. We have to be attentive to the issue. A new minimum wage has been announced, 2021. What is it?
So please, is it the figure or the...
The figure itself, the total figure, how much money? I mean,
13%.
No, not the money itself.
8 cities. 8 cities.
Oh, I think maybe you are above the minimum wage, so you are not bothered by it. Yes, Colin.
10 CDs.
Paul.
12 CDs, 20%.
Oh la la, you were close. I should have allowed you, but I don't think I can do because that is not the 12 CDs, 53 pesos. 12 cities, 53 pesos. Now, we're back to you again.
Yes,
Now, what is the disease, known as pertussis? Pertussis, more commonly known. By what name is pertussis commonly known? There is a disease called pertussis, spelled Pertussin. How commonly is it known? By what common name is it known? Pertussis. 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 What is the common name? Yes, Aminu.
No idea.
Yes. Paul. Sorry. Colin.
Bilharzia.
No. Paul.
Cholera.
No. Richmond. Oh, sorry. Richmond started. Whooping cough. Whooping cough. WHOOPING. Cough. It's common in children. You understand? Now, you declare the name of the small flap that prevents food and fluid from entering the windpipe.
Epiglottis.
Oh, la, la. You did biology.
Yes, sir.
epiglottis. Now, Amidu, now which country was known by the Romans as Caledonia?
Italy.
No, think again. Caledonia. Caledonia.
Israel.
No. Collins.
Cuba.
Cuba. No. Paul.
Britain.
No. Yes. Richmond.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, my happy home. Sorry. Scotland. Scotland is the answer. Scotland. Now listen. Now, a slice is a type of golf shot in which the golf ball curves dramatically in flight from left to right for a right-handed golfer. Now, the slice can be played intentionally, but it is usually the result of a mistake. You understand? Now, slices are the most common problems for recreational and high handicap golfers. What is the opposite of a slice in golf? I think that this matter has been, tackled before. What is the opposite of a slice in golf?
No idea.
Is it Richmond? Oh, sorry, Collins.
Stitch.
Sorry?
Stitch.
Yes. Richmond. Sorry. Paul.
T.
Paul. Richmond.
No idea.
It's called a hook. A hook. Now, listen. Now, a coup was staged in Mali last year that ushered in a new regime. Now, in another coup on 21st May this year, President Ba Indor and Prime Minister Mokhtar Ouane were detained and stripped of their powers in a dispute over a cabinet reshuffle. Who staged these two coups? Mali is currently in political distress. Who staged these two coups?
Assimi Goita.
Sorry?
Assimi Goita.
Assimi Goita. They pronounce it like the Goita in the Goita in medical terms. It's not Goita. Goita. The Goita that we know. Colonel Assimi Goita. Now for 3 points, listen. Fighters from the ADF group were said to have killed some 57 people, 57 civilians, in a displacement camp in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo in a gruesome gun and machete assault. What is ADF in the Democratic Republic of Congo? They carried out this malevolent, gruesome, brutal assault with guns and machetes and killed 57 people that occurred recently. And they are the ADF in Congo. What is ADF in Congo? Who is there? Collins.
Anti-Democratic Forum.
Anti.
Yeah.
Oh, I disagree. You're waiting for four.
Armed Democratic Forces.
So you have not read this material. Yes, Richmond. Amidu.
Advanced Democratic Force.
You need an advancement. You need an advancement. Allied Democratic Forces. Allied Democratic Forces. Now, what is your name? How old are you? Where is your hometown? Where did you sleep last night? These are some of the questions which are likely, to be put by the enumerators of the Ghana Statistical Service in the census. What date is census night? Yes. Colin. You Colin. What date is census night?
15 June.
No, I disagree with you.
10th September.
This some stuff this has been bandied about.
27th June.
27th June. 21. But what date is specific dates and so on are set to commemorate certain political, social, geographical, scientific events and so on. Huh? Mother's Day and so on and so forth. But what date is World Environment Day?
12 June.
No.
22nd June.
Yes. Britain.
22nd May.
No. Middle.
10 June.
No. Orange.
31st May.
Just okay, recently. 1st June. Was it like yesterday? 2 days ago. Or yesterday. 1st June 2021. Recently. 5th June 2021. Collins, you are still on the floor.
No, man.
Paul. Now, Belarus. Is in political distress. We are no doubt aware of this fact. Belarus. Who is the president of the Belarus?
Lukashenko.
Sorry?
Lukashenko.
Lukashenko! Now, the final question in this round of the competition, and it is Richmond. Now, this play by Ifwa Sutherland dwells on the popular Ghanaian folklore of Anansi and his trials and the greed for the acquisition of wealth and material things. You understand? It is her third play after Fowa and Edufa. What is this play?
Marriage of Anansoa.
Sorry?
Marriage of Anansoa.
The marriage of Anansoa! The marriage of Anansoa, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end of the second round of proceedings.
The glorious church is a reflection of God's beauty, character, and nature. The glorious church is God's workmanship, created for good works, light for a dark world, and salt for the earth. The glorious church must be pure and impactful, for it is the only institution mandated to bring life and hope to the nations. Plug in to the annual theme of the Church of Pentecost for 2020. A glorious church to possess the nations. Come, let us drink deep from the word through which we are being cleansed and washed to become a radiant church. Welcome to Pentecost Hour, God's timely word for our dying world.
Do you want to have an encounter with God? Are you hungry for God's word and for signs of his transforming power in your life?
At the end of the second round of the competition, Amidu Husseini still has no point. Collins Mensah Kuda has 5 points. Richmond Amwa has 6 points. And still in the lead is Paul Afariminta with 11 points.
Yes, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think that we have 20 minutes. Yes, to prosecute the 10 minutes. 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, to prosecute the final one of this competition. Round 3, question 1. You will take this one. If ingress, you understand? INGRESS. Ingress. It is the action of having the right to enter. Then what is the word for the action of leaving? You should know.
Outgress.
No, think again. If ingress is the action of having the right to enter, then what is the word for the action to leave, of leaving?
Exit.
I don't know, exit is leaving all right, but the corresponding word, you understand, for ingress is what I demand. You understand? Yes, Colin.
Digress.
No, you are retrogressing here. You are digressing rather. If there is any word like that, there is no word called digress. I probably should know this one.
It's spelled EGRES.
Yes, egress.
Egress.
Egress, you understand? Ingress and the egress. You understand? You understand? So, even though exit is correct, but it does not correspond here. Egress is the corresponding word. Now, what name is given to the process of removing waste products from the blood?
From the blood.
Yes.
Detoxification.
Detoxification, is a certain process, all right, it is related. But the main process of removing waste products from the blood, medically. Richmond. Medically, in the hospital. What name is given to the process of removing waste products from the blood?
Chemotherapy.
No, it's not chemotherapy. Chemotherapy has to do with the breast or something. Cancer. The cancer. Yes. This one, waste products from the blood. Yeah?
Dialysis.
Yeah. Yours has a problem. What did you say? Say it again. Say it again.
Dialysis.
Huh?
Dialysis.
Can you spell it? What? Well, say it again. I think you have the idea. What did you say? Oh, say something.
Dialysis.
Or you heard a whisper?
Dialysis.
I think the idea is 1 point. Put your foot. What did you say initially? Dialysis or something? That's what I wanted you to spell. Dialysis. Now, there are 2 primary colors, which when mixed would produce purple. Name these colors. 2 basic colors, which when combined will produce purple. What is it?
Green and blue.
Not green and blue.
Blue and red.
Blue and red is correct. Blue and red is correct. Thank you. Blue and red is correct. Now, mammals are any vertebrate, within the class of Mammalia, a class of endothermic amniotes, distinguished from reptiles by the possession of neocortex, hair, 3 middle ear bones, and mammary glands. Now, most mammals are viviparous, giving birth to young ones as well. However, there are only 5 living monotreme species: the duck-billed platypus and the 4 species of echidna, also known as spiny anteaters. Now, all of these species are found only in 2 countries. All of these features, which have been enumerated in solid, difficult terms, name these countries.
Australia and New Zealand. Australia and Papua New Guinea.
Australia and Papua New Guinea, correct. Australia and Papua New Guinea. Now, thank you very much. I think that you have come across this before.
I know Australia, but Papua New Guinea, I have to guess.
Australia and Papua New Guinea is correct. Now, for 3 points, which one? Now, a kitchen is a room or a part of a room used for cooking and food preparation in a dwelling or in a commercial establishment. Now, the evolution of the kitchen is linked to the invention of the cooking range or stove and the development of water infrastructure capable of supplying running water to private homes. In 1959, the Soviets and Americans, they agreed to hold exhibits in each other's countries as a cultural exchange to promote understanding. Now, the Soviet exhibit in New York opened in June 1959. A debate took place in a number of locations at the exhibition, but primarily in the kitchen of a suburban model house. Now, the kitchen debate was a series of impromptu exchanges through interpreters between the United States and the Soviet Union. Name the 2 leaders from the 2 countries who took part in the kitchen debate. Who is there? Richmond. This is a labor of Hercules. It's a labor of Hercules. You understand? Amidu. Yes, Amidu. Yes, Collins.
Harold Macmillan for UK and John F. Kennedy for USA.
Nobody's agreed. Collins. Paul.
Is it UK or USA and Russia?
USA and yes, and the Soviet Union.
So Roosevelt for US and
you are doing your own selection. Team manager. Yes, United States Vice President Richard Nixon at the time, and the Soviet Prime Minister Nikita Khrushchev. You know, make notes on these matters. Khrushchev. They were in charge at this time. Now, let's listen to this one. Then let's see who is coming. Sorry, Richmond. Now, listen to this one. Now, if we know who a Jeremiah is, then who or what is a Jonah? Who is a Jonah?
Disobedient son.
No, it's not a disobedient person.
A doubting prophet.
No. We dealt with Jeremiah. But who is a Jonah?
One who refuses to. One who refuses to. When he sent, one who refuses to.
A recalcitrant person who refuses to obey.
One.
Goes Jonah.
One who betrays.
You see, so Jonah is in context. Is in this context. So where are we putting Jonah? Yes, Paul.
a disobedient servant.
The disobedience would have gone to Aminu Hussein. The disobedience would have, but bad luck.
Bad luck.
You understand? Yes, Jonah brought bad luck. So someone who brings bad luck is a biblical reference to the book of Jonah. Jonah had brought bad luck to the ship on which he was sailing. He brought bad luck to the ship on which he was sailing. So that's it. Now, is that Richmond? What name is given to the study of demons and superstitions?
Demonology.
No. the precise thing. I said, Amidu, you should correct it. He said what? Demology. That's what he said.
Demure.
No, you. You should correct it for him.
Demonology.
Sorry?
Demonology. Demonology. Demonology.
Demonology. That's it.
Demonology.
Demonology. Out of 5 of them. Demonology. You understand? That is it. So that gives you 1 point. So now for 3 points, I think this one. Listen, you see, in the army, RSM is unavoidably an important figure. What is RSM?
In the what?
In the army.
Regiment Sergeant Major.
Sorry?
Regiment Sergeant Major.
Regimental Sergeant Major.
Yes.
Regimental Sergeant Major. Now, for 3 points, is it Collins? Collins. Now, you see, from which English city would a Brahmin come? What you understand? When you look at the whole spectrum of English cities, a person who is called a Brahmin would be said to have come from which city in England? A Brahmin. B-R-U-M-M-I-E.
London.
London. Not so. From which city?
Scotland.
Brahmin. A Brahmin. Where would he come from?
Birmingham.
Birmingham! Now, Paul, you see, khaki is a color, a light shade of brown and a yellowish tinge. Khaki has been used by many armies around the world, you understand, for uniforms, including camouflage and so on. It's been used as color name in English since 1848, when it was first introduced as a military uniform. What is the meaning of khaki in Hindi?
Khaki, brown. Something brownish. Brownish, but.
Yes.
No idea.
The literal meaning, the direct, that's what I'm talking about. The literal, direct translation. What is it?
Material.
No. Colleague.
Leather.
Yes, Paul was close, you understand, but the literal thing is dust. And of course, dust is brown. Yeah? But we could have, dust of other colors. But dust color, that's what it means. Dust color. Now, it's Paul. Now, what term did the Christian writers and Europeans use to refer to Arab Muslims or Muslims in general in the Middle Ages? What term? Christian writers and Europeans.
Hammurabi.
No, they used to refer to Arab Muslims or Muslims in general.
Saracens.
Saracens! Now, what is pedology? Who is it? Which one? Pedology. What is it?
These are the spellings.
Pedology. 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 What is it? Pedology.
The study of leg. The study of leg.
Of what?
Leg.
Leg?
Yes.
Your leg?
The leg.
The leg we used to play football. Pedology. Call it.
The study of fasting.
Of?
Fasting.
Fasting.
False.
Saul, did you?
Soil, they see your soil.
Let's study on the soil! Now, the final question here. Now, how many players are in the polo team? Polo. You know polo?
Yeah.
How many players with horses?
6.
Not second chance.
5.
Not final. Reference.
8.
Not your turn.
10. 10.
Not finally calling.
15.
4. Is the answer, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the competition.
Do you want to have an encounter with God? Are you hungry for God's word and for signs of his transforming power in your life? If you need a touch from the Almighty, make a date with Positive Hour only on GTV every Tuesday morning. Join the General Overseer of the Positive Gospel Church, Reverend Frank Odoi Sarkodie, and his vibrant congregation every Tuesday at 5:30 a.m. only on GTV. You can also worship with Positive Gospel International Church at all their branches in and outside Ghana at these times. Positive Hour. Get a touch from God only on GTV.
Celebrate what you have become and become what you celebrate. These are the words of St. Augustine of Hippo. Come and join us celebrate our sanctification in the Holy Spirit.